Hello, everyone. I hope all is well. My name is Sukhum, and welcome to another live stream episode of the Sukhum Show. Today is Wednesday, so we are sharing a story today, and I just told this story earlier today, and brings back some memories. So I thought I was fitting to share it for tonight's show. And before I share, though, I do have a quote for everybody, and today's quote is, energy is contagious. You can either let it affect you, or you can let it infect you. Think about that. Yep. I like that a lot. I usually do my best each day to bring the energy to the team, to the people that I work with, and just really set the tone. And it just makes things really nice and positive and happy. And it gets your day going. It's better to spend my energy being happy than it is to be negative and sad. And it rubs off on people. I can see those frowns turning upside down once I start giving some love and some energy out to the people. So definitely a little quote that I really enjoy, and I think there's a lot of merit in that, especially if you are someone who really want to see, like, say, your team's morale boost up. You want to work on the level of energy at the start of your meeting, stuff like that. Well, to be honest, you've got to be the example. You have to be the one leading the way, and you have to be the one bringing the energy. So it might sound weird, or if you're not that kind of person, start working on that. I'll say that. So a lot to come on that one. So definitely take something away from that. Awesome. I'm excited today. Feeling good. I did my 1 mile run today. Hashtag old maidem. Got on the treadmill, run about 1.25 miles. And that really boosted my energy. I felt engaged. I felt like I was really ready to go most of the day. So get your 1 mile in if you haven't done so already. Awesome. Okay, let's get on with it. And the story is about me when I was in kindergarten. You see, in kindergarten, man, I forgot the teacher's name already. But every Tuesday, we had show and tell. And I had this giant size bear. It's about the size of me when I was in kindergarten. And I would bring it every Tuesday to show it off. And then after the 5th or 6th Tuesday, one of my friends said, God, doesn't he know that he needs to bring something new? And I didn't realize it at the time either. I thought it was just bring something you really love in. And I felt embarrassed, I didn't know that, and it made me felt awkward. And I remember the teacher saying, oh, you must really love it. I almost felt like that was hinting towards me, like I should have brought something new. It's show and tell, not just really bring the same thing over. More of the story here, I was just really embarrassed, and I felt really awkward. And what happened there also was I subconsciously said something to myself. What came up for me was, I'm not going to be up on stage or in front of people and not know what I'm going to say. And that stuck with me for the longest time. So I spent elementary, I was middle school, even high school. When I'm on stage or I'm doing something in front of people, I rehearsed a lot. I wrote a lot of notes down. I kind of verbatimly read off some of the notes, and it felt awkward. It wasn't, it came off scripted and not authentic. And I struggle with that, And the thing is, I share this because when I do speak and I do show up in front of people, for the longest time, that was my default code. If I didn't practice, I didn't rehearse them, I have to fall back on something. And what the ultimate intention here is, where I'm getting at is, this happens a lot for all of us. Something happened when we were younger, and we subconsciously made a vow to ourselves. We made a strong declaration where, like, no way, never again, I'm gonna prove this, or like, it was a powerful declaration. Whether you verbally said it or subconsciously said it, it stuck with you because these moments, you remember them clearly. Like, that left an impression on you. And what happens is, come present day, when you're dealing with issues, when you're dealing with problems, or for my case, when I'm speaking, my past becomes my present, meaning I have that default way of responding to situation. Because look back on this. Look back on the times that you've been upset, you've been frustrated, and how do you resolve the situation? Like 90% of the time, when we don't recognize it, we resolve the situation the same way every time. Your past becomes your present. You do the same thing over and over again. And the impact, like, you burn bridges, you ruin relationships, you drain yourself. So another conversation on this, your past becomes your present, which leads to the impact, what I just shared, is your default future. You're always going to go to that. No matter how great of a relationship, friendship you end up having, you end up defaulting to that in some way, shape, or form because you never really addressed your past. So your past becomes your present, which leads to your default future. And it's a cycle that keeps coming up and coming up for people. Like, I had the opportunity to go to the Landmark Forum, and I'll speak more about the Landmark Forum later down the road. But it was a great 3-day weekend where it was a lot of training and a lot of challenges on finding who you are authentically. And that's one of the biggest lessons I've learned. And to be able to recognize that shifted my mindset, and recognizing steps and things that I needed to work on personally to really be able to shift my mind when my past shows up for me, and I can shift that and really create what's possible for me. Therefore, I'm deterring away from this default future. And that's been really huge, because now when I'm speaking in front of people and I'm presenting in front of people, I can allow myself grace and know that I can be authentic with who I am and the kind of leader I am. And I can speak openly to people. And I can speak openly to a large crowd or a small crowd or one-on-one. I know where I stand, and that's my authentic self. And it's huge because my past isn't bogging me down. My past isn't determining my default future, or my future for that matter. So a lot to think about there, a lot to take away as well too. But like, really, one thing you want to really kind of hone in on a little bit, think about your past as you're growing up. There's some vivid memories. Some might be really, I don't know, like painstakingly dramatizing. So people have some rough childhoods and some things that they've grown up with. My intention is not to dig all that up too. My intention is to realize that there are things that how you handle situation and conversation, whether it be fight or flight, whether it be you're avoiding, whether it be withdrawal, whatever it is, it stemmed from something way earlier. And the intention here is to recognize that. And you need to get complete somehow, whether it be verbally out loud, whether it be to yourself. Actually, ideally to yourself is to get fully complete. And to be fully complete is to definitely be great on this. Sorry, I just lost my train of thought. Bren, hey, how's it going? You're on your mobile. Oh, that is so awesome. I need to chat with you on that one too, because every time I'm on my mobile and watching a live stream, I don't think I have the option to chat. So that is very interesting. Cool. Coming back to that, wrapping up that story, something happened in my past where I was able to recognize it. I got away from it becoming my present, and therefore deterred me away from my default future. So I was able to shift my mindset in the present, therefore creating a future where possibility exists. So I was able to create something new and authentic. And what I'm living in then is now me being authentic to the best of my ability, 90%. Is there times where I still get frustrated and like I don't come off the best, or I feel like I don't know exactly what the situation is and I can't really put my finger on it, but I know something's off, and that gut feeling inside of me tells me like I gotta recognize that. And that's huge. We all have this intuition that like your gut feeling tells you something off. 9 out of 10 times, listen to that gut feeling. It is your body's way of saying something is off. Your values have been crossed. Something has been affecting you emotionally or even physically. You've got to recognize those body triggers. So those are the things that I want to take away. I want you guys to take away with me sharing your stories. Think about that. Think about the things that you've had to deal with. And this is part of, I want to say all of Landmark, but this was just something, a little piece that I've learned from the Landmark Forum. And it's such a great, like 3-day training / seminar to really take that away too. So that's the story I want to share with everybody. I hope you guys enjoyed that. For Wednesday, I'm going to still share stories. I'm trying to cater a little bit away from just stories with morals, but I'll definitely bring some of that back just because the moral behind the story applied to somewhere in my life. So I definitely want to connect in that area as well too. And let me know what you guys think. Wednesday story time, is that something you guys enjoy? If not, no worries. I want to still work on a couple other things. And I think what May has been for me is going to be about testing different things, testing about social media, about business, about telling stories, about my personal development, and testing live streaming. So that's pretty much my intention of May. I do have a lot of ideas coming up for June, July, and I'm just pumped, and I really want to test a lot of things out. And there's a lot to really look into on that too. Other than that, hashtag Omatum, day 17 down. I shared that earlier, but the next challenge that I'm really going to be digging into is the discipline challenge. So the intention of the discipline challenge is for 30 days straight, I will be taking a cold shower. Yes, you heard me right. Every single day, I will be taking a cold shower. Now, the parameters, I'm going to look into it further, whether it be a 1-minute cold shower, a 2-minute cold shower, or a 5-minute cold shower. No way I'm doing beyond 5 minutes. But that's the challenge. And the intention here is to focus on disciplining your mindset when your body is feeling that fight or flight, because a cold shower wakes you up. And that's the same mindset when you're in the army and they're doing like boot camps and training. They really drill you into that, because when real life situation comes up and your life depends on it, do you have the discipline to make the correct action, to move, to take steps forward? And that's the same mindset on that same level. I'm not saying working on business is that life and death mentality, but people do freeze up and then you stop doing things. And that stop doing things really kills you. It kills your momentum. It kills everything you're doing. So I'm a firm believer of like, keep momentum going. That's part of my strength as well. I'm an activator. So I'm always like, go, go, go. I rather shoot, fire, than aim later. You know, I mean, that could be a downfall, but like the hindsight behind that would be if I explain the whys. 9 out of 10 times, if I know the whys, I'm ready to go. And that's what I feel like it's going to create more momentum and keep pushing you to keep working on your goals and the things you want in your life. So that's for me. I'm definitely going to be taking it on. I'm also going to be working on, I don't know the specifics yet, but some kind of health challenge, because the month of May I did a 30-day running, so 1 mile a day. I will be continuing that. So that's the surprise here, guys. I'm going to be figuring out how do I continue that in June. Maybe not every single day, but I will be working on that. And here's the intention. All these challenges that you do or you work on, you'll find some that you actually love, and you want to work that and incorporate that in your lifestyle, but there's some that were like, hey, I'm glad I did it and it's not for me. Cool, that's that self-awareness for you to understand that too. And that leads also to the conversation that I want to chat about tomorrow will be attachment versus commitment. What are the things that you are absolutely attached to, whether it be decision makings that you're doing, projects you're into, just investments that you're doing? Like, are you super attached to that, or are you committed to the outcome? Two shoe shift in your mindset, if you're able to distinguish between the two, can really help you in your self-awareness and how you're handling your certain situations that comes up for you. So huge conversation I want to talk about tomorrow: attachment versus commitment. Definitely tune in, and I definitely want to keep digging in on this, and love to hear some feedback on how things are going. It is day 17, so I didn't do one weekend, but so this is probably episode 15. And it's been pretty fun as so far. I'm enjoying it too. I just found out that my mom, I never really shared anything about my social media and stuff, but she found me on YouTube. And she's been watching me. I don't live. My mom lives in Washington, so this is her way of just seeing my face. So it was definitely good to hear, and I had a good chat with her. So some little good moments like that when you're doing social media. Bren, you mentioned 1 mile a day in June and weightlifting. That is awesome, Bren. Are you suggesting that to me? Because I'm hesitant on the weightlifting part because of the time commitment of more that I want to do. I'm thinking more along the lines of eating healthy. I know off the top of my head I'm going to be cutting out fast food completely for the month of June, but like definitely some more eating habits. I think eating is a huge portion of your lifestyle and how you want to stay fit and healthy. So eating will probably be some form of it, and definitely I'll probably go back into weightlifting and other things as I go down the road too. But thank you for the suggestions. I love it. That will probably be I'll probably do that weightlifting thing sooner than later. So more to come on it. Bren, you definitely should jump on the next challenge of the discipline challenge or the health challenge. I love it. So looking forward to that as they come to. All right, 17 minutes in. Last video, when I ended, it cut off, so I'm reminded that there's about a 30-second delay, so I want to be mindful of that. So when I finish, there's time for me to fully sign off. So this is me, Sukhum HING, signing off of the Sukhum Show. Again, thank you guys for watching. I truly appreciate it. This is just the beginning. I have a lot more things coming down the line, and I'm super pumped up that I'm able to get to do this because this is something I'm passionate about and something I love doing. And I love connecting with the people so far around here, and you guys has been nothing but support, and I truly, truly appreciate you guys. So, until then, I'll talk to you tomorrow. Take care.